What is going on, YouTube? My name is TayVikes28, the Arizona Cardinals at home, and as you see there up in the upper left-hand corner, we did end up losing that game. It was a very good game, and our defense, our special teams, they were on fire in that one, and our offense was really the lackluster component to that entire game, really. But before we get started here, let me double check my audio, make sure that sounds good, and it looks like it does. So I'm going to go ahead and continue talking about week number 11 now. So we just got out of the game, last week we got out of the game against Arizona and fought hard, but couldn't quite get all three aspects of the game working together. Hopefully against the New York Jets here in week number 11, we're going to be able to do that. So let's take a quick look at what the New York Jets have on their team while I go and hopefully get it to succeed on its own. This is almost like a GM slash head coach experience. Because at the end of the day, those GMs and those head coaches, they can affect the game, but they don't go in and play for those players, if that makes sense. It's up to the players to perform well on their own. And so that is what we are doing here. And as you see, this New York Jets team is not the most talented necessarily. There's a reason why they are sitting at 3-6. And your Toronto Huskies are also sitting at 3-6. So I suppose we can't really talk too much about them. But they have some young players like Derek Brown and a few others that could be impact players moving forward. It looks like they have a pretty veteran-based receiving core here as well. And you'll recognize a lot of a lot of the names here on the Jets team, I'm sure. Especially at the top there were a handful of guys like Jamal Adams, Le'Veon Bell. Their quarterback is Sam Darnold, although he's a young Sam Darnold who, still has potential in this game. Because this is on Madden 20, so that is something to point out because it is the last good Madden game, in case you guys are wondering. But as you see here, not a lot of players above an 85 overall. I think that it looks like they only have a handful of them, 4 or 5 of them. And that's pretty much it. Whereas your Toronto Huskies actually have, in my opinion, maybe the better roster, which is crazy to think about. Maybe this is finally coming together here, and maybe that means that this team can make a turn for the better this upcoming season. Hopefully maybe even this season to finish out the year. There's still a chance that we can fight for a playoff spot, although our chances are dwindling slowly but surely with each week that we lose. So without further ado, though, I believe it's time to jump in here to the Toronto Huskies Week 11 matchup against the New York Jets. So I believe that we should jump right in here. And I'm very excited to see what the Huskies can do here. This is a game that for once, I feel like the Huskies can win this game. This is one that I feel like they should win, almost. So that's something that's very, very important to keep in mind, I guess, is the easiest way to explain it. All right, here. This is going to... Oh, better change this real quick. So as you see here, your Toronto Huskies are at home for the third week in a row, which is something we haven't seen much. So far in this series, the Huskies have been kind of alternating or maybe having a couple of stretches actually away from home, but this is the first stretch that we've had 3 games in a row at home since this series began. So that is an interesting factoid, I guess, when it comes to this series.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
As you see, Sam Darnold coming out here to lead his New York Jets, and they are going to be starting this thing off at the 25, or excuse me, 26. And they're putting a man in motion left or right, but they're going to go with the running attack here, and I believe that is Le'Veon Bell, or actually no, that is Barnett, who is getting the carry there, and he actually loses a yard as Logan Wilson comes up to make the tackle. And I fully expected to see Le'Veon Bell. Now, I didn't get to see the injury report. I don't think Le'Veon Bell is injured, so I'm surprised he's not out there right now, but I suppose crazier things have happened. Maybe they decided it's time to look elsewhere. Alright, so now 2nd and 11, and Sam Darnold drops back, looks to the left-hand side, finds a man in the flat, and that is going to be a short gain as he steps out of bounds. Let's take a look at this Jets offense here. The offensive line, a couple of names you might recognize. Receiving-wise, though, they have Kenny Stills, who they brought in from, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Miami, actually. And so here we go, another one through the air on 3rd and 8. That's going to get knocked down by the linebacker, getting a hand on that one. So Sam Darnold unable to get a first down here in the first drive, and it's going to be a 3-and-out forced here by the Toronto Huskies. And as you see there, I believe that is Demario Davis, if I'm not mistaken, who got... And here's a big punt here, although goes backwards for a yard. So both offenses right now are sputtering to start off this game upcoming. And I'd like to see this offense do something, because last week they were not able to do much of anything. And they're going to go with a fake here to the running back, and under pressure and sacked. I believe that is Jordan Willis for the New York Jets, getting to the quarterback, and that is going to be a big play, putting him down at the 9-yard line. And all of a sudden, Toronto is backed up in their own territory and in a tough spot here at 3rd and 20 upcoming, as Nickerson just didn't even feel the pressure or anything until he was already on top of him. And as you see there, the defense, the veterans getting together trying to talk about what they need to do to take this game, as they played very well last week, the Toronto defense. And here, 3rd and 20, moving around the pocket, throwing it deep and overshooting his target. Nickerson had a man open on that right-hand side, and he just simply overshoots him by probably 5 or 10 yards, as that looks like it actually went out of bounds onto the Jets sideline there, and I believe that was T. Higgins, the open receiver. Big opportunity missed there. That would have been not only a first down, but first down and more. But instead, punting out of their own end zone is Toronto. Matt Hack here gets the ball off, and a pretty good punt inside the 30. But look at this return, as the return man making some people miss and getting down to the 46-yard line of Toronto, already in plus territory. And this is not setting up to be a very good situation for this Toronto defense, as they are about 10, maybe 15, not even 15 yards away from field goal range, about 10 yards really. So if they get the first down, then this is probably going to be points on the board for New York. As they're going to start off with a run here up the middle with nowhere to go, though. I believe that is Barnett again. And you see this defense here, we've seen them play very well this season. A lot of good additions throughout the offseason. Guys like Demario Davis coming in and Marshawn Lattimore week in and week out. It seems like someone different every single week is making plays. And we're starting off with another run here, and Barnett goes nowhere again. So now it is 3rd and 7. Floyd Ellis coming in and making the tackle on that play. And Darnold's going to drop back, throw over to the right-hand side, find a man, and that's going to be very close. We'll have to see. That's going to be short. Kenny Stills with the reception, but unable to get over the yard or the line to gain, and they're going to call that short. 4th and inches here. Good tackle there by Marshawn Lattimore. So now this is going to set up a decision for New York. They could go with the field goal, get the first points on the board, and it looks like that's what they're going to do here. It's going to be a 54-yard attempt, and this is short. I think he had the accuracy there, but it was about a yard or two short. As you see here, well, it's right there. It's going to be just under the crossbar. I think if he was a yard or two closer, that would have been in. So just like that, with the first opportunity in plus territory for them. Alright, so now Nickerson's going to be setting up in the gun here on 1st and 10, but it's going to be a handoff to Aaron Jones once again, and he's going to get up past the 42 to 37-yard line. Gain of about 6 or 7 right there on 1st down. Setting up a 2nd and field in this game. We didn't see a lot of that last week, and I think that's what held this offense back. So they're going to go back to the running game here, though, on 2nd down, and why not, as Aaron Jones just continues to eat up on this defense. Another 12-yard gain there from the running back. Gets him into the field goal range and at the 25-yard line, nearing the red zone. And this offensive line right now is putting together some pretty good holes for Aaron Jones to run through. So Nickerson's going to finally drop back and throw this one, and he's going to move around in the pocket, throw to the left-hand side, find an open man, and that is going to be completed down to the 12-yard line. That is CeeDee Lamb, the #1 receiver, with his first catch on the day. And they are officially in the red zone now. We have our first scoring threat from your Toronto Huskies. It's now 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line, as you have Nickerson in the gun. Going to put a man in motion left to right, and he's going to fake it to him, but instead go to the running back, having some room here and powering over the defenders. That is Latavius Murray, as he's going to get close to 1st down yardage, just 2nd and inches, going back under center, and it's going to be once again going to the running back. This time Aaron Jones gets clogged up by his own offensive lineman, who gets pushed into him. Good play there up front. I think that was Snacks Harrison, who is able to push the offensive lineman into the running back there. So now that's going to set up a 3rd and 1, an interesting situation here because they're going I formation. And they do, in fact, go with the running back, and Aaron Jones gets grabbed before he even gets close to the line of scrimmage. That is Jordan Willis again, and that's going to be a tackle for a loss and setting up a 4th and 3 here. And I'm going to expect the Toronto Huskies to go ahead and take the points while they can get them, because it seems like points might be a tough thing to come by in this game. So you've got Josh Lambo setting up for this field goal. And the chip shot is good. And Toronto officially takes the lead 3-0 over the New York Jets at home. They're trying to make sure they make up for last week, as they really let down this home crowd last week. And especially the offense. I am liking so far what I'm seeing from the offense. They seem to be moving the football much more consistently than last week. And here we get a return from New York out to the 24-yard line. All right, Sam Darnold and company back out here with three receivers to the left-hand side here, and that's where he's going, setting up a bubble screen and getting outside. And look at the speed there on display, as I believe that is Kenny Stills down the sideline all the way to the third line. I believe that's going to be a gain of 46, if I'm not mistaken. What a play there, as Kenny Stills almost falls down, and just able to get him is the safety, Jaquil Easter. What a play there, and just like that, New York is in field goal range. And they're going to fake it, the handoff, and look at the play by Adarius Evans, blowing that up. Adarius Evans just comes through, and unbeknownst to Sam Darnold, who obviously was not expecting there to be Adarius Evans right there in his face coming out of the fake, but he was all over him, gets him for the sack and a loss, and I believe that actually puts them out of field goal range. So now at the 39-yard line, it's 2nd and 18. Under center is Sam Darnold, handing off to the running back, getting a little bit of room. Nice move there by Barnett, who goes down at the 33. So now it's 3rd and 12. Got a bunch set to the right-hand side as Darnold drops back. He's examining the field, throws that right-hand side, and almost gets intercepted. That is Jaquil Easter, the rookie safety, once again getting his hands on the football. He's been making that a habit over the last couple of weeks. And it looks like Jaquil Easter almost jumped that pass. Could have been a pick six if he would have been able to catch that. So instead, setting up another field goal attempt here. This one a little bit closer, and that is going to be good by New York. That is Aldrich Rosas, the former Giant, going ahead and making his mark on this game, tying it up 3 apiece. So now Toronto is going to go ahead and take a knee here, setting up a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for a touchback. And Trevor Nickerson and company, after some pretty decent success on the last drive, is going to hope to build on that and hopefully build it into a touchdown, in fact. As they're going to come out in the I formation to start off this drive. Some extra big bodies up front. And they're going with a pitch here, and the blocker just simply missed the block there. As you see, Aaron Jones fully expecting Brian Poole to get blocked, but instead the blocker goes upfield. As you see, the offensive lineman just gave up and was like, I'm going to go upfield and try and get out there. But what he forgot to do was set up Aaron Jones to at least get some positive yardage. So instead, it's 2nd and 16, and Aaron Jones gets the football again, this time making some moves of his own all the way out to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. So now it's 3rd and 6, much more manageable now. Under center is Nickerson, who drops back, examines, looks over the left-hand side, and completes that one. Contested catch, but that is going to be a 1st down. That is T. Higgins with the catch as he just powers over the defender there and is like, that is my ball, and there's nothing you can do about it. And that is going to be a nice play there, as I believe that is Brian Poole trying to get in there. He was all over T. Higgins, but unable to make a play there. So it's a 1st down for Toronto at the 37-yard line, back into I formation once again. And dropping back, handing off and getting some space. That is Aaron Jones cutting it outside as he just gets tackled by the safety. Last line of defense there gets him. But that is still a great run there from Aaron Jones and puts him in plus territory at the 49-yard line. That was Sean Williams, former Bengal, coming up to make the stop there. It's now 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line, and this is actually going to end the first quarter. So we'll get to finish that as we get into the second quarter here. But at the end of one, it is tied up 3 apiece, but Toronto is driving right now. So now coming out of the first quarter here into the second, and we're going to continue to run the football, but there's a fumble, and that is going to be picked up by the offensive lineman, who was just right place, right time, as that was actually the offensive lineman who missed the block on that pitch earlier, but makes up for it here by picking up the fumble. Aaron Jones just gets lit up by, I believe that was Jamal Adams, coming up from his safety position and just putting the wood on Aaron Jones and coughs the football up, which we don't see from Aaron Jones that often. So now it's 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line, putting a man in motion left to right, fakes it to him, but instead goes to the running back and gets absolutely demolished in the backfield. That is Latavius Murray, and he gets taken down for a loss there. I believe it's a loss of about 3 yards on first down. It's now 3 receivers to that left-hand side here on 2nd and 13. As Nickerson's going to fake it to the left-hand side, throwing it deep over the middle. That is going to be complete as CeeDee Lamb just goes up and makes a play right there, as that is just Nickerson telling his man, go up and make something happen, as it's one-on-one, and that is exactly what happened. CeeDee Lamb just goes up over the safety. What a play there. That is Marcus May, who was unable to do anything. So now it is 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Nickerson under center. And he's going to go back to the running attack again. And this time another fumble. This one's picked up by the defense. And that is going to be a fumble recovery for C.J. Mosley. And Aaron Jones, I think, again gets hit by Jamal Adams, if I'm not mistaken. And yes, that is, in fact, Jamal Adams' second forced fumble, this time getting recovered by the defense. Ooh, I don't know. That's going to be close. I couldn't tell if the ball was moving before he hit the ground or after. It's tough with that angle. And it looks like they're not going to challenge it, so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 15 for New York, and Darnold's going to go with a quick throw over the middle. That's going to be complete, getting out there to the 25-yard line, and a first down for the Jets here. So Darnold now under center, and he's going to go to the running back and getting some room there, and Logan Wilson just comes up and makes a big hit on Barnett there, who gets a gain of 5 on that first down carry. So now Darnold drops back and he throws over to that right-hand side. That is complete for a first down, a gain of 11 there. And Kenny Stills with his 3rd reception on the day. So now Sam Darnold is going to go with a handoff once again on first down. This time not much room for Barnett as he gets a gain of about 1. So now in the gun, empty backfield for Sam Darnold as he drops back, examines the field, and under pressure, and that is going to be a fumble. This time it is picked up by New York, and that's going to be still a big loss for this offense as Richie Branch able to come up and make the tackle on Connor McGovern. As you see right there, just hitting Sam Darnold, and he just pops that ball loose. That was, I believe, Ryan Kerrigan, the veteran, making something happen. It's now 3rd and 16, 3 receivers to the right-hand side. In the gun once again is Sam Darnold here, and he's going to drop back, getting a blitz though, and gets the ball off, but only a gain of about 5 yards. Good defense there by Toronto, and that's going to set up a punt here from New York. So now Jordan Berry setting up to punt this football back to Toronto. And a pretty good punt here. What a punt. That is going to go out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Great punt there by Jordan Berry as he gets it to check up inside the 5 and go out of bounds at the 2. As you see, Aaron Jones is having a pretty good day, averaging almost 5 yards a carry. It's just those 2 fumbles right now that are causing this Toronto offense some headaches. But they're going back to him once again here, and another big hit by Jamal Adams. This time Aaron Jones able to hold on to the football, getting out to the 8-yard line, a gain of about 6 yards. So this time it is Nickerson throwing over to that left-hand side, has a man that is going to be incomplete, unable to secure the ball. That is CeeDee Lamb, who beat his man off the jump, but was unable to secure the catch. So now 3rd and 4 as trying to set up a screen pass here. It is complete, and that's going to be a first down for Aaron Jones, who steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Gain of about 6 yards there for Aaron Jones. His first reception of this game. Last week he had about 8 or 9 of them, if I'm not mistaken. So now back under center here, and they're going to go back to the running attack again. This is Aaron Jones spinning through defenders and getting out to the 20-yard line, a gain of about 5 or 6 there on first down. So now spreading it out wide here is Toronto, putting a man in motion left to right, and they're going to go ahead and pitch it to him and get some yardage here. And it looks like another fumble. This time it is recovered by the defense, and that is going to be scooped and scored. I think that was Jamal Adams with the scoop and score. And I think that was T. Higgins who fumbled the football. We'll have to see if he was down, though. That sure looks like his elbow was down before the football came out. We'll have to see if they end up challenging this or reviewing it. And it is going to be a booth review here, as it sure looked to me like T. Higgins' elbow was down, and you cannot have a fumble forced by the ground. So it looks like right there, the elbow is down and then the ball comes out. All right, they do in fact overturn it. So Toronto gets the football back, and they are once again spreading it out. It looks like they're running the same exact play again. And look at T. Higgins just trying to run through people. Gets only about a yard there. This time it doesn't have to worry about any sort of fumble. So now it's 2nd and 9. And they're going to fake it, handoff to the running back, and throw over to that right-hand side, finding a man. I believe that is the tight end. Or no, excuse me, that is CeeDee Lamb, a 24-yard reception down the right-hand side, and another Toronto first down. That is his 3rd catch on the day, and he's already over 50 yards, and it's not even halftime. All right, 1st and 10 here at the 48-yard line under center. And they're going to go back to the running attack this time. Not much room, though, as he gets gobbled up after a gain of about 1. So now it is 2nd and 9. Nickerson alone in the backfield. Drops back, looks over that left-hand side. Had an open man, but just overthrew his intended target. So now it is 3rd and 9 here. And they're going to fake it to the running back and go deep over the middle, finding an open receiver, as I believe that is going to be Trent Sherfield, the number 4 receiver, getting his first catch on the day. We haven't heard much from him so far this season, as he was a kind of a breakout player late last season, as there were a few injuries to our receiving core, and he kind of became that number 3 receiver who really stood out down the stretch. So now here it is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line, and they are going to fake it to the running back once again, and going over the left-hand side, able to get it to the intended target, and getting his feet in bounds just barely is Robert Tonyan, the former tight end turned fullback here. And that's going to be a 6-yard gain for the offense. Send up a 2nd and 4 now as we head towards the 2-minute warning. Still tie game, 3 apiece, low-scoring affair, very similar to last week's game, except this week the offense is actually moving the football. So now dropping back here is Nickerson, finding a man over the middle, and that is going to be complete inside the 5, down to the 3. That is Jonnu Smith, the new tight end in this offense, and he is making his mark already on this game as he gets the first reception inside the 10, down to the 2 or 3 if I'm not mistaken. Good play there by Jonnu Smith to find the open spot over the middle. Nickerson so far has played pretty well today, and we go with a pitch here on the 1st and goal carry, and Aaron Jones just breaking tackles left and right. He refuses to go down. He eventually gets pushed out at the 1-yard line though. 2nd and goal from the 1 now, and they're going back to Aaron Jones as he gets lit up in the backfield. It's now 3rd and goal here. And they're going to drop back, and under pressure is Nickerson as he goes down very quickly there. So now probably setting up for another chip shot field goal here is Toronto. And that's going to be another Josh Lambo field goal, so it's 6-3, Toronto with the lead with just over a minute to go in this first half. New York still has an opportunity, though, to take the lead heading into halftime. They still have 2 timeouts, as they're going to start this off at the 25-yard line following a touchback with a minute and 1 second to go. We'll have to see if Sam Darnold can lead his team down the field. Young quarterback, 2 young quarterbacks in this game who are really trying to prove themselves to both of their organizations, and Darnold's going to have an opportunity here as he throws one over the right-hand side, and the receiver, unable to get out of bounds, goes down to the 31, and the first timeout for New York gets taken. And Darnold's going to drop back here on 2nd and 4, move around in the pocket, find a man, and that's going to be tackled inbounds at the 37-yard line, but a first down. They're going no huddle here, 35 seconds to go. Darnold takes the snap, looks over the left-hand side again, this time getting out of bounds as he gets a gain of about 5. So now to 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line of New York, 31 seconds to go. Darnold's in the gun as he's going to fake it to the running back and move around the pocket, throw downfield, and that is going to be knocked down by the defender. That is big play Slay getting his hands on the football. So now it is 3rd and 5, 3 receivers to the right-hand side here. Darnold's going to drop back, throw to the left though, and that's going to be a dump-off option, but unable to get the first down, and that is going to actually be Toronto taking a timeout here. Interesting. So now it is 4th and 1 at the 46. Jordan Berry setting up to possibly punt this one away, and that is exactly what happens here. And it looks like a pretty good punt, as that's going to go out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Now, Toronto has 2 timeouts, 17 seconds on the clock. Do they try and push the envelope and try and get something downfield here? Or do they go ahead and just go happily to halftime with the lead? They start out under center here and hand off to the running back. Gain of about 1 or 2. And it looks like they are, in fact, just going to go to halftime with the lead, 6-3, as your Toronto Huskies are going into halftime with the lead. We'll have to see if they're able to hold on to that in the second half. So let's take a look around the league, see what else is happening as the playoff race is heating up. And we're going to travel to Indianapolis, where San Francisco came to town, and Jimmy Garoppolo had a very tough day, 2 interceptions. Jordan Love led his Colts to a upset victory over the top team in the NFL, the San Francisco 49ers. And right now, Joe Burrow is struggling out there in LA as the Derek Carr-led Raiders are beating up on the Chargers 17-7. And now down in Tennessee, Arizona came to town, and they were able to take that game 33-27, and Arizona has turned their season around now, 2 victories in a row, and the Titans fall now to 5-4. And if your Toronto Huskies can keep this lead, then there's a chance that they might be shortening the difference between the top of this division and where they are at currently. As you see some highlights here from the first half, a pretty defensive showdown here in this game from both sides. And now they're going to start off, though, here with a kick return out to the 25-yard line as Toronto is setting up to possibly take a multi-score lead here if they can find the end zone for the first time today. So they're going to start out under center here. A couple receivers to the right-hand side. And they're going to go instead of the running back, though, as Aaron Jones is just making people miss left and right, showing off the moves, getting up to the 33, 7-yard gain there on first down. And this time it's going to be a pass from Trevor Nickerson as he's going to throw over to the right-hand side, finds an open target, and getting pushed out of bounds at the 48-yard line. That's another first down. This time Keontae Bonds, the second-year receiver, with his first catch on the day. It's now 10 minutes to go in this third quarter, and Nickerson drops back in the gun, throws over the left-hand side. That is going to be complete. Another first down and into almost field goal range here for Toronto. That is Jonnu Smith with his second reception on the day, as Sean Williams right now is getting exposed out there in coverage. I believe that is Sean Williams. So now dropping back to throw again is Nickerson, finding his dump-off option, and that is the running back Aaron Jones, getting a couple of yards there, setting up a 2nd and 5 here. And definitely in field goal range now as Nickerson drops back once again. Quick throw over the middle. This is going to be complete for a first down as T. Higgins reaches over the mark to gain. That's his 4th reception on the day. It's now in I formation, going back to the running back as Aaron Jones gets tackled in the backfield. Nowhere to go there, as that is going to be a 2nd and 11 now set up after a pretty big play by this New York defense. I believe that was Pierre Desir who comes up and makes the tackle from his corner position. Now 2nd and 11 here. Nickerson drops back, throws over the middle. That is going to be complete, and breaking a tackle out past first down yardage and getting into the inside the 15 down to the 14. That was Aaron Jones, I believe. Or excuse me, Jonnu Smith. And they're going to go back to Aaron Jones this time, though, and getting tackled again in the backfield, as that is Jordan Willis' 2nd tackle for a loss. He's having a pretty good game there for New York. It's now 2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line, 7 minutes to go in this third quarter, as Nickerson's going to hand it off to the running back and trying to power his way forward, but unable to do so is Latavius Murray. So now it is 3rd and 11 here, empty backfield here for Nickerson as he drops back and finds a little bit of pressure there. Tries to fit it into the right-hand side, unable to do so there. Incomplete pass on third down, sets up a 4th and 11, and fully expecting another Toronto field goal here. And as you see, it looks like Trevor Nickerson was just starting to feel some pressure in that pocket and just tried to get the ball out there, but was unable to complete it. So now it is going to be a score of 9-3, all field goals today, no touchdowns, as this is a lot of bending but no breaking here by both teams. So Josh Lambo is going to go ahead and kick this one off. And it's going to be returned from the end zone out past the 20, past the 25, and down at the 26, or excuse me, 27. Now under center is Sam Darnold with a quick throw over to the left-hand side and able to get some extra space there. I believe that was the tight end, Chris Herndon. It's now 2nd and 1. They go and fake it to the running back as Darnold throws over to the left-hand side and overthrows his intended target as there was some pressure on him. A man coming unblocked. So now 3rd and 1 as Darnold is going to have a little bit of time this time. Finds a man over the middle and making people miss. I believe that is Jamison Crowder for his first catch on the day, but a gain of 19 on it. Alright, so now it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line in plus territory. And they're going to go back to the running game this time as Barnett has nowhere to go. It's a gain of 2 yards there. So now they're going to go ahead and fake to the running back this time. And a man under pressure there is Darnold. Guy in his face, tries to get it out to the right-hand side, but the defender able to get a hand in there, knocks it down. So now it is 3rd and 8, spreading it out wide, empty backfield. Darnold drops back, finds a man over the middle. That is going to be complete. I believe that might have been Braxton Berrios. Yes, it was. That was Braxton Berrios coming up with a clutch play on 3rd down. I believe he's their 4th or 5th receiver. So now it is 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line in the red zone, spreading it out once again as Darnold drops back, throws a quick one over the middle. That's going to be complete, a gain of about 5 yards there. So once again, empty backfield here on 2nd and 5. As Darnold's going to take this one, drop back over the middle once again, complete, and this one's going to be good for a 1st down inside the 10 down to the 7, setting up a 1st and goal. Going back under center here on 1st and goal as they're going to go back to the running attack, and this is going to be gobbled up in the backfield. That is Barnett going backwards for about a 2 or 3 yard loss. Logan Wilson again gutting in there as he's had a pretty good day so far. As you see, Logan Wilson shoots the gap and essentially comes in untouched. Now it's 2nd and goal under center with some extra bodies to the right-hand side as Darnold's going to elect to throw this one over the middle, and that's going to be complete, but out of bounds. That's going to be out the back of the end zone. So now it's 3rd and goal now. Darnold's going to drop back here, examine, look over to the right-hand side, complete, and that is going to be a touchdown for New York, and that is Kenny Stills with the touchdown. As the Jets, pending the extra point, are going to be leading now 10-9. First touchdown of the day goes to New York as it's a pretty big one here in the second half, giving them the lead. As you see, it looks like Marshawn Lattimore just simply got beat on that one by Kenny Sills. So very important extra point here from Aldrich Rosas, as it's going to be good. 10-9 now. New York leads with about 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this third quarter. As you see the veteran leadership for this New York defense huddling up, talking about their game plan for this upcoming drive, as they have played pretty well here. They're allowing a lot of yardage, but not a lot of points. As you see, Toronto is going to go ahead and return this one out past the 25 to the 27. Good return there by the rookie return man Davis. I believe it is officially time for Toronto to find the end zone here. And they're going to go ahead and spread it out here with Nickerson in the gun, putting a man in motion left to right, and they're going to go ahead and go back to that running play there. And this one going only for about 2 or 3. That is T. Higgins. And emptying it out now on second down. It is 2nd and 8. As Nickerson takes the snap and throws a quick one over the middle that is complete. A gain of about 4 yards to Keontae Bonds. So now it is 3rd and 4. Bunch set to the left-hand side. Darnold drops off, looks over to the left-hand side, completes it, and breaking tackle and juking out a defender, eventually getting out of bounds. That is Jonnu Smith, the tight end, with his 4th catch of the day, reaching over 50 yards now. As you see there, Jonnu Smith shows off his power and then also shows off his agility, being able to juke out the defender there. So now it is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Some extra weight out there across the line, going with the running game here, as it gets absolutely nothing there, as Aaron Jones maybe gets a yard on that play. So now in the gun, but going back to the running attack. That is Aaron Jones up the middle, gaining about 5 or 6, setting up a 3rd and 4 here, spreading it out once again, as Nickerson drops back under pressure, gets this one off over the middle. Dangerous throw there, as Aaron Jones dives for it, unable to get the completion though. It's going to be 4th and 4 at the 48-yard line, as that was a throw across his body. Very dangerous there by the rookie quarterback, as Marcus May able to get in there and break up that pass. So now Matt Hawk is going to go ahead and punt this one away, and this is going to be a pretty good punt, I think, inside the 20, down to the 17. So now back under center here is Sam Darnold. Final play of this third quarter. He's going to fake it to the running back, and looking for someone open and unable to find them, eventually just throwing it away with a man coming in there to add some pressure. So now that is going to wrap up this third quarter, and the final right now, and going into the fourth, is 10-9. New York leading your Toronto Huskies at home. So now Darnold's going to fake again to the running back. This time Logan Wilson getting in there, his 8th tackle and first sack on the day. And that's going to set up a 3rd and long there. Logan Wilson comes around the edge and simply beats his man, and Sam Darnold had nowhere to go there as he wraps him up, gets him down for a 7-yard loss. So now it is 3rd and 17, as they've got 3 receivers to the right hand side here. Darnold's going to drop off and throw that away, and it is going to be incomplete, one-on-one downfield, as it looks like the defender had the better positioning there. That was the rookie, Jaquil Easter. Pretty good play there by him. So now Jordan Berry setting up to punt from his own end zone. Pretty big punt here, getting a return out past the 40 to the 42. So pretty good field position here for Toronto, an opportunity for them to take the lead here. Just over 10 minutes to go in this game. And they have 3 receivers to the right-hand side here on first down as Nickerson's going to drop back and throw this one over the middle. That is Aaron Jones out of the backfield. A little bit of an angle route there. That's close to a first down. And they're going to mark him just short, setting up a 2nd and inches there. I do like what Toronto's been able to do today. They're trying to push the ball downfield a little bit more, which is nice to see. We haven't seen a whole lot of that last week, which I think is what ended up costing them the game. And so now they're going to go ahead and run this one as Aaron Jones breaking tackles, getting out to the 41-yard line as he's nearing 100 yards on the day. It's now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Nickerson drops back under pressure, gets the ball off though over the middle. That is complete. Wow, that was a dangerous throw, but what a play there by T. Higgins, 25 yards downfield, and he goes up and makes the play. As you see, Nickerson just kind of bullets that one in there, and Jamal Adams right there, but unable to make a play as T. Higgins just shows off the power. So now it is 1st and 10 at the 16 in the red zone here is Toronto. As Nickerson drops back, moves up in the pocket, throws over the middle, unable to find his receiver. He had a man open in the middle there. So now it is 2nd and 10, back in I formation now. Going back to the running game and getting knocked down right there. I believe that was Avery Williamson. Or maybe C.J. Mosley. That was, in fact, C.J. Mosley. So now it is 3rd and 9. Throwing a little bit of a fade route there to the receiver and had his hands on the ball. That was C.D. Lamb, but unable to come down with it. I believe that was Pierre Desir getting his hands in there and forcing that one incomplete. That was almost a touchdown there. As you see, he had it in his hands, but unable to secure it. So they're going to set up another field goal here from Toronto, as it will give them the lead here. And that is, in fact, what happens. 12-10 right now. Toronto leads. So now a 2-point lead for Toronto, as they are kicking this one back to the New York Jets with about 8 minutes to go, as they return this one out past the 25 to about the 26. As you see, Sam Darnold's having a decent day, no major mistakes outside of that one fumble. Now he's got a handful of receivers to the right-hand side, and Darnold's going to get under pressure, and he goes down at the 16-yard line. That is Floyd Ellis, the star defensive tackle here for Toronto, making his presence known. And it's nice to see he's been fairly quiet. He gets through a double team there, though, across that offensive line, able to get to Darnold despite the 2-on-1 advantage. So now to 2nd and 19. Empty backfield here for New York. Darnold's going to drop back, throw to that left-hand side, complete, but getting out of bounds is Jamison Crowder there, gaining 8 yards, so now it is 3rd and 12, and they're going to go ahead and fake to the running back as Darnold has all the time in the world and eventually throws to the right-hand side, finding an open target. That is Kenny Stills down the sideline, and another first down. Over 100 yards on the day for Kenny Stills. And the Jets are nearing midfield right now. It's now at the 47-yard line. Bunch set to the left-hand side. Darnold drops back. Deep drop here for Darnold as he throws over the middle. That is going to be complete with a man draped on his back, but it is also a first down for New York. 6 minutes to go in this game at the 43-yard line. New York trailing by 2 as Darnold's going to take this snap and throw over to the right-hand side, complete to the tight end. That is the number 2 tight end, if I'm not mistaken. Blake Jarwin with the reception there and the first down. So now they are firmly in field goal range here, nearing the red zone at the 23-yard line. First down once again for New York, spreading it out here. As Darnold's going to drop back, throw a quick one over to the left-hand side. That is complete. Gain of 8 yards. Kenny Stills with his 7th reception on the day. And they're going back to the running game this time, getting some space and enough for the first down. They needed 2 and got 3. So now it's 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Darnold takes the snap under pressure, gets the ball off though, but unable to complete that one. So now it is 2nd and 10. 3 receivers to that left-hand side. Darnold in the gun. He's going to drop back here. Under pressure once again, throws it out to the running back as he completes it, but actually loses a yard. So now it is 3rd and 11 here. A couple receivers to the left-hand side. 2 backs in the backfield with him. Darnold's going to drop back, and he is under pressure again. Gets the ball off over the middle. That is complete. Touchdown, New York. As that is Jamison Crowder for his first touchdown on the day. As Darnold just stood in there tall and delivers a nice ball to Jamison Crowder over the middle despite the pressure in his face. So they're going with the extra point here. Pending this, it will be 17-12. A 5-point lead for New York with 4 minutes to go in this game. And eventually getting to the 26, that is Davis with another good return there. So Nickerson and company come back out onto the football field. And they've got 3 receivers to the right-hand side here on first down. Nickerson drops back under pressure already as he is able to somehow get that ball off, as I'm not sure how the tackle was able to get a hold of that defensive end there, but was able to do so. So now it is 2nd and 10. Nickerson drops back here, has some time in the pocket, but eventually just elects to take off and slide after a gain of about 4 or 5. So now it is 3rd and 6 at the 30. Nickerson's going to drop back and to throw a quick one there over the middle that is complete. A gain of about 5, but now it's 4th and 1 with 3 minutes to go. I'll be interested to see what they elect to do here. As you see there, that was Jonnu Smith with the reception as he goes down at about the 40-yard line. Or 35-yard line. And it looks like Matt Hawk is going to punt this one away. They're trusting their defense, who has allowed 2 touchdowns today. And it looks like this one's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So let's see if this Toronto defense can step up here when they're needed most. They've got two receivers to the left-hand side here. Darnold under center. Just inside 3 minutes to go as they're going to go ahead and go with the running attack here as that gets gobbled up in the backfield. Barnett struggling today. Just over 1 yard a carry. As you see, that was Floyd Ellis once again making a tackle there. Big moments, he always seems to show up. So now to 2nd and 11. Clock is ticking down. 2:13 to go here, and going back to the running attack, but they know that, and so they are storming to the football here as Toronto, as Jaquil Easter, the safety, comes in there, makes a tackle in the backfield, and that should lead us to the 2-minute warning here. Pretty good team defense there. And this does, in fact, lead us to the 2-minute warning. 5-point lead for New York. As Toronto, though, is sitting with a 3rd and 11. This defense needs a stop as they go with the running attack again, but able to grab him for a gain of only about 2, as that is going to set up a punt here, and the first timeout taken by Toronto. They've got 2 timeouts left. Inside 2 minutes to go, as they are getting this football back. And a return here out past the 30 to the 32. So they're going to need 68 yards to win this football game. Can they do it? 68 yards in 1:48 to go. 2 timeouts. Can Nickerson lead a game-winning drive here? As they're spreading it out wide here, as Nickerson's in the gun, he drops back, has some time here in the pocket, throws a quick one over to the right-hand side. That is actually going to essentially gain nothing there, as CeeDee Lamb with the reception. Dropping back once again is Nickerson, and a quick throw this time to the left-hand side, and that is going to be complete. Timeout here by Toronto, 1:17 to go, 3rd and 4 at the 38-yard line. 2 receivers to the right-hand side. Nickerson drops back and throws a quick one. This one actually gets batted down, as that is going to be setting up a 4th and 4. And a must-get situation here, as it looks like Nickerson was just trying to force the ball into his favorite target there in CeeDee Lamb. So now it is 4th and 4, 2 receivers to the right-hand side. Nickerson under center as he's going to go with a quick throw here. That is complete, and that is good enough for a first down. They needed 4, they got 5 here as Nickerson fakes to the running back and throws over the middle. That is intercepted. I believe that is C.J. Mosley with the interception, and that is going to be returned all the way down to the 8-yard line. And that is going to seal the deal for your Toronto Huskies. As Toronto only has 1 timeout left, 44 seconds on the clock, and the New York Jets can just kneel this one out. That is some heartbreaking situations there for your Toronto Huskies, as you see this New York Jets team come back out onto the football field in victory formation. And I have to say that Toronto, the offense played much better today, despite the fact that they didn't score a touchdown, but they forced the ball down the field a little bit more, which I really wanted to see from this offense, because that was what was really detrimental to them last week. They were unable to force the ball down the field. They couldn't get anything past really 4 or 5 yards, and so it essentially made their offense almost one-dimensional. Whereas that wasn't the case this week. Nick Moore sent it downfield, and while yes, he did throw an interception at the end there, I don't necessarily think that that was a terrible situation. We actually outgained the Jets, both in passing and in rushing, and I'd say our offense had a pretty good day today. It really boiled down to the fact that, you know what? In the big moments, we had 1 or 2 mistakes, and that essentially cost us the game. And also the fact that we couldn't finish drives. A lot of field goals today. No touchdowns from Nickerson, 1 interception, which was the game-sealing interception, but 253 yards. And Aaron Jones had another good day on the ground. But yeah, I would say that it was a pretty well-rounded game here for Toronto. And it was nice to see some of these guys get in there and get after the quarterback once again. Running back John Kelly also getting an upgrade here. I'll check in with our Week 12 matchup, though. And as you see, we have the Indianapolis Colts and another home game here. That is 4 in a row. Crazy stuff right here. And so 4 games in a row at home, and this is going to wrap up our home streak here. And it is going to be Indianapolis, who is currently leading the AFC South. So we can really get a jump if we are somehow able to beat them. But it's going to be a tough matchup here next week with the Andrew Luck-led Colts, might I point out. But I am very excited to see how this season ends up for your Toronto Huskies, because right now this is actually one of the better seasons that they've had. And looking in terms of the standings, they are not the worst team in the NFL. So looks like they will probably not have the number 1 pick this year, which is going to be a change for them, and so it'll be nice to see what Toronto ends up with. I do think they'll still have a top 10 selection, unless something changes mightily here down the stretch. But at 3-7, your Huskies are pretty well out of it at this point. So another season loss, but also another season gained in terms of development for these young players, and really just a stepping stone towards the right direction here. But my name is TaveLikes28. I thank you guys for watching, and until next week, have a great rest of your day.